It's time for Michigan's retirement coach, Mike Douglas.
Well, apparently we're not even going to have to worry about saving for retirement anymore in the near future, according to Elon Musk, that is.
That's right. Don't worry about it.
Welcome to the big show, everybody. Just throwing it out there, just throwing grenades and running. That's what we're going to do. Here on the conversation. This is Michigan's retirement coach, certified financial planner, Mike Douglas. I'm Heather Branch, putting Mike in the hot seat because he does like to get weird and nerdy. There are all kinds of expressions. What's that? There's that one song, Talk Dirty to Me, that we need to mix up those lyrics, Talk Nerdy to Me, and make that your theme song.
Oh, yeah. Kimberly has running jokes, and we've talked about she says my love language is just nerdy talk.
Right, is numbers and Excel spreadsheets.
Yeah. AI efficiencies. Ooh, what'd you say?
A squared plus B squared equals C squared.
Did you say Google Sheets? That's right.
Well, you're in a great space today then, sir, because let's talk about what Elon Musk recently said. If you are ready for bold predictions...
Oh, I'm ready.
Cue Elon, whenever you want one. He recently was on the Moonshots podcast. I'm not familiar with that podcast. Do you know the Moonshots podcast? Do you know that one?
Yeah, I've seen clips of it. I just don't watch it all the time.
All right. Well, Elon Musk was on, and he said that AI, robotics, and energy advances will create so much economic abundance that saving for retirement will no longer matter. Here is Elon Musk.
Well, one side recommendation I have is don't worry about squirreling money away for retirement in 10 or 20 years. It won't matter. You won't need to save for retirement. If any of the things that we've said are true, saving for retirement will be irrelevant.
Services will be there to support you. You'll have the home, you'll have the healthcare, you'll have the entertainment.
The way this unfolds is fundamentally impossible to predict because of self-improvement of the AI and the accelerating timeline.
But what about my first class plane tickets to Paris, France, Elon? Who's gonna give me that? Your AI abundance? I mean, do you agree with this?
So Elon is so interesting because one, he sees things through the lens of
a brilliant genius.
It's a brilliant genius.
And the richest man in the world.
He's on the spectrum a little bit. So he literally has this beautiful mind that's unlocked to see things a certain way.
Yeah.
He also can get disconnected sometimes from some realities, which is very true as well.
Yeah.
But golly, he's the best forward-thinking inventor and entrepreneur of our time because he sees something that's not a thing and then turns it into a thing and makes it a hyper-productive thing. So what he's talking about is the idea that right now we need people to create goods and services. The goods and services are sold and bartered in exchange for money, and therefore you make money off of your ability to create goods and services.
Right.
But instead he's saying that he believes that the future, and I've heard him talk about this a couple different times, that AI and robots will find a way to generate revenue for everybody. So it's almost like a universal basic income, which is so interesting because
So we're all just going to be waking up, just money's just coming into the bank account thanks to computers?
Well, and it flies in the face of the capitalist side of him. And he's had this long-ranging narrative of him with liberalism and being a conservative, kind of where he is.
Yeah.
But the idea is that the machine will generate revenue that can be distributed evenly. Well, that's universal basic income, which has actually been more of a socialist view than a capitalist view over the years.
Okay.
And I think it was his name, Peter... the guy who ran for governor of New York. I don't know. He was really big on this.
Okay.
But not current, but the guy back in 2020.
Okay.
But the whole idea just being that what it can create is just systems. And the ultimate employee. AI at its core could be the ultimate employee. It works 24 hours a day, doesn't need any sleep, never deteriorates work as it fatigues because it doesn't fatigue. So if I could have an executive assistant that works 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, never takes a break, never takes a holiday, never gets sick, never needs to sleep. It just works nonstop.
Mm-hmm.
And I can make it productive.
Mm-hmm.
And since it's not a mechanical machine like an assembly line or a robot, it can just always work and never break down.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, then in theory, we could become hyper productive. And the things that sell, generate, create, and build will never stop selling, generating, creating, and building. So therefore, it will generate revenue, so much revenue that as a country, we can export these goods and then we'll have enough money to never have to pay for anything again. Or never have to do that. So I believe in his mind, it's a solution to the Social Security funding issue. It's a solution to you're better off starting a company and turning AI on to generate this for you in the future rather than saving. Again, this is not our recommendation. This is what Elon Musk and his, the thing you look through and like you turn it and like
the kaleidoscopes.
Kaleidoscope, right? I think he sees the world through like a technology-based kaleidoscope.
Okay.
And he sees all these 50 different ways that this thing could go. And that's why when you see him answer a question, whenever he is asked a question, he kind of goes through and it's like he's figuring out which solution he wants to talk about.
Are you into the Avengers movies at all?
Oh, yeah.
Doctor Strange with it's like when he's sitting there scrolling through all the different case scenarios.
Which timeline. Yeah. And that's how he sees it. Yeah. And then he says all these crazy things and then they come true a lot of the times. A lot of times they don't come true because when you're forward think, he's like, yeah, we're going to figure out how to do this. But a lot of stuff does happen. I do think there's a thing about people as a whole that want to work, earn, and be productive. They want to have purpose. And so I don't think we should be jumping on this wagon yet of don't save money for retirement because AI will pay you what you need.
Right.
I think it's more likely that we'll see a solution that says we can generate revenue and it'll offset Social Security losses or whatever. But again, right now,
still seems
what people
like
need to do with this
far reach.
And he said 10 to 15 years,
right?
Which is also a really weird thing. I heard just the other day that they were saying that 99% of the world, that people who have ever lived on this planet have never seen major innovation in their lifetime. Like, because how long it used to take major innovation to happen
versus
it would happen every 100 years or so.
Okay.
So you may be around when they make the car, or you may happen to be around when a plane takes off, right? But now the level of innovation we're seeing weekly, monthly, annually, the growth of AI from 3-4 years ago to now, like this is not even a hockey stick. It's an crazy exponential growth curve. And so what we're seeing and trying to digest as people,
our brains can't handle it.
We can't handle it. And so part of then the job of people like Elon Musk and founders and creators is to think of what could be. They're trying to process what's happening today and think of what could be, even though we're processing so fast right now. So could he be way off on this? I don't know. I think there's a large portion of America that would say, hey, if you want to cut me a check every month, give it to me. And I get that. There's going to be a portion of the country that says, well, there's got to be a negative side to this. How are we taking away people's ability to generate? Well, if you say retirees, you contribute over the years and that's how you get your income out of it. I don't think there's anything wrong with that, especially if it's generating something good.
Okay.
I heard David Friedberg say just this past weekend that what we should do is get rid of Social Security as we see it now. And instead your Social Security payments that you come out of your paycheck goes into a, basically like a government-based 401k, and you're building something like that. There's a lot of things coming up right now about how people need to deal with retirement 10 to 15 years from now.
Okay.
Elon Musk is just the most radical one, I think, which is that just robots are going to pay us money. And I would typically say that's crazy.
But
with Elon Musk, you have to say,
right,
it is crazy. But I guess if anybody could figure it out, it's probably this guy.
Right.
So I'm not willing to say no.
Okay.
But I'm very skeptical of what it looks like for the future or what the iterations are. Like, all right, well, it's not full on pay, but hey, as a country, we're able to generate this much in revenue from AI, and here's a dividend check that comes off of it. That could happen. But I think I never want to be dependent on technology or the government to hook me up in my retirement.
Right.
Was it Ronald Reagan? He had a great quote. He said, the most dangerous words ever spoken is, I'm from the government, I'm here to help.
Right.
And I think you could say the same for large corporations.
I'm AI, I'm here to help. Is that the 2026 version of that quote?
I'm a large corporation, I'm here to help. Yeah. I'm AI, I'm here to help.
Yeah.
I just think always keep control in your hands. And so, if AI does that, I'd rather be sitting on this pile of money that I've saved over 30 years and then also get this extra money from AI rather than saying, I thought I was told this. Yeah, it didn't work out. And then he gets to move on to the next thing and we're stuck having no retirement savings. So it definitely was and again, the Moonshots podcast, it's a tech innovation podcast.
Okay.
It's not a financial planning podcast.
Right.
It's not a
take it with a grain of
it's not
salt.
And with him, again, when you ask him a question off the cuff, he gives you a scenario that plays out in his head. He didn't say, me and my team went through and built a full scale plan for the future of government, benefits to retirees. He didn't say that. He goes, well, I'm seeing a situation where maybe AI replaces a need for income and we just pay everybody. He said it a couple times now, but there's no mapped out plan for it. So for the individual, take care of yourself. Plan for the things that we know are going to happen. The stock market's going to go up and down. Plan for how to live through that. Plan for the fact that Social Security is probably going to have some type of a cut in the next 7 to 10 years. Plan for the fact that your healthcare costs are going to go up by more than inflation every year. Plan for the fact that you may need long-term care or some type of medical care later on in life. Plan for the things you know are coming. And then if this dividend or this AI income comes in, outstanding.
It's almost kind of like inheritance. People that say, well, when my parents pass, I'm going to get $2 million. It's like you think, you don't know for sure, and you shouldn't plan for that. You need to plan for the things that you can control. And then whatever else happens that works in bonus, great. That's almost how we need to look at AI and how it will benefit us in the future. Because I do believe, I'm not a naysayer on AI. I believe in AI. I think it's going to better us as a society. I think that people are naysayers about it. It's like you're fighting against an unwinnable fight. And I think embrace it. And I think it will better us. And so I look forward to what opportunities it will give me, but I don't know what those opportunities are. So I'm not going to plan for them until they're worth planning for. I'm
going to do me. And when AI helps me, I'm super excited for it. And I think it's going to do a lot of good for people. Yeah. It's going to do so much good, right? Like we're not mad that electricity was created. Right. We're not mad at the printing press. We're not mad at the advent of the internet. We're not mad at iPhones, cars or all these downstream benefits, right? Mm-hmm. But yet every time one of those things came around, people were like, oh, it was riots. It's the end of civilization. It's the end of, Yeah, like we have the cotton gin come out, or all these. Oh, we're getting rid of farming jobs. No, we're becoming way better at our job. Yeah. So just go through this transition process. Go through the. It'll be a little tumultuous as AI finds its footing. But like I was just telling you before we came on, like there is a lot of commentary coming out that actually it's going to make more jobs because now you don't have to do the menial tasks. You can then monitor 5 or 6 little bots that are administrative assistants for you, and you become way more productive and efficient. It's going to create more jobs in the long haul. However, just embrace it like you said and save your own retirement money. And if, Mr. AI or Mr. Musk starts cutting checks, cash them. Great. We'll take them. In the meantime, not betting on it. But there is also a world as well where retirement planning and financial planning and technology with the advancements of AI and all those things come together, utilizing those technology tools to help us better prepare, plan better. And I know that you guys are using that every single day in the office, all the different software and technology resources that you have to marry finance and technology is maybe your greatest passion project, if I do say so, besides your wife and children, I mean. And he said 10 to 15 years from now, he sees a scenario where this could happen. Right. Well, what does that do to the 60-year-old right now? Absolutely nothing. Mm-hmm. You still need a good, solid retirement plan that deals with taxes, investments, income, risk, estate planning, long-term care planning. You still need all those things. But we also just need to have our kind of ear to the ground with what's coming down the road and know how to plan for not just you, but also for your kids and grandkids' lives. And so I think that's kind of what we have to do is marry traditional, foundational, principle-based investing and relationship-based investing with utilizing the tools that are available to us and will be in the future. All right. Well, when it comes to bringing all these things together in a space, a plan that you can understand for yourself, how technology is going to work for your retirement future. If you've got questions about that, obviously you have found that Mike's got a passion for it. He would love to talk technology and money with you and for your future. If you have questions about that, reach out to us. MichigansRetirementCoach.com is our website. You can also click on the links we've got posted in the show notes. AI is coming. Figure out how to make it work for you. That's what Mike would love to help you with. So let's get started. MichigansRetirementCoach.com.
Thanks for listening to Michigan's Retirement Coach with Mike Douglas. To learn more, visit MichigansRetirementCoach.com.
Michael Douglas is an investment advisor representative of Stewards Wealth Planning, LLC, a registered investment advisor. Financial professionals are not licensed in all 50 states. To find out if Michael Douglas is licensed in your state, please call 517-323-7526. Stewards Wealth Planning, LLC is not affiliated with nor endorsed by the Social Security Administration or any other government agency and does not provide legal or tax advice. Annuity guarantees rely solely on the financial strength and claims paying ability of the issuing insurance company. By contacting us, you may be provided with information about insurance and annuity products offered through Michael B. Douglas, NPN number 9650939.